two people now have tried to kill Donald Trump in the last couple of months. I'd say that's pretty strong evidence that the left needs to tone down the rhetoric and needs to cut this crap out.
The audience is appalled.
Yeah.
Literally, jaws were dropping in our
JD, clearly you've not been to one of your boss's rallies.
Now, y'all know I had to get on the verb. What's going on, y'all? I want to tell you guys about an amazing book that was written by an amazing man. I actually know Matson personally, and he has a tremendous story. And the Experiencing the American Dream is the title of the book. He does a course called the American Dream Experience, which is a 2-day course. Me and the wife went to it. It was absolutely incredible. And everybody in the room was crying when he told his story. I want you guys to support Mark Matson. Get the book. It's an incredible book. He's a patriotic guy, came from nothing and became something extraordinary. And it walks you through how to invest and also how to experience the American dream. Every patriot needs to get this book. And let me give you another reason why you should have the book. One is because he went out on a limb just recently and supported Donald Trump, donated $100,000 to Donald Trump's super PAC and risking it all. And we got to support more patriotic people who are willing to stand. So go to the link. It's on Amazon. We'll put the link here for you to get it. Get the book. Let's make this a New York Times bestseller. And he deserves it. A great man. Even Arnold Schwarzenegger wrote a comment on the back of this book. That's how good this book is. Like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell to get notifications anytime I go live. Y'all already know what to do. Let's get into this. Ladies and gentlemen, The View. Y'all know I had to get on The View and hear these people just talk crazy because it's just good for entertainment. It's kind of shocking. Like if I was a person that went around and did research on animals, the mammals on The View are very, very interesting people. How does the human from The View and humans like this are detached from reality? How are they detached from reality? They have cognitive dissonance. They're gaslighters. And they don't function off of common sense. It's complete irrational impulse. It's what these women on The View function under. And they know they lying, but they lie anyway because they want to make the point. Roll the clip.
We're going to talk about some idiotic stuff, okay? Because the motive behind the gunman arrested in an apparent assassination attempt against the former president is still under investigation, but it hasn't stopped the Republican candidate and his running mate.
First of all, the motive is clear. The guy tried to kill him, okay? And then his son, and y'all should have access to the same information I have access to, which is the same information everybody else have access to. His son wrote into the network or called into the network to give an exclusive statement about his father. And in the statement, he said his father hated Donald Trump. You can see his post on social media where he's bashing Donald Trump politically. Okay, let me let him finish.
From putting the blame on President Biden and Vice President Harris. Take a look.
But you know the big difference between conservatives and liberals is that no one has tried to kill Kamala Harris in the last couple of months, and two people now have tried to kill Donald Trump in the last couple of months. I'd say that's pretty strong evidence that the left needs to tone down the rhetoric and needs to cut this crap out.
The audience is appalled.
Yeah.
Literally.
The audience is appalled. Yeah, y'all stage these people here. What are y'all talking about, bro? Is that not a real point? Like, nobody's tried to assassinate any one of these Democrats. But they tried to kill Trump twice. So if rhetoric is a problem.
Jaws were dropping in our
JD, clearly you've not been to one of your boss's rallies.
He's still making jokes about Pelosi's husband, who was practically beaten to death. He still will not, he's still making...
Is that Vance or...
No,
or
we're talking about Trump. Well, you know, both of them, basically.
Okay. Both of them, basically. There's no such thing as both of them, basically. Either J.D. Vance said it or he didn't say it. You claim that Donald Trump said it, you have no evidence.
Trump is still making light of the kidnapping plot against Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer.
which was a complete fake plot because the FBI agents created the situation and they involved other people in it. Nobody was trying to kidnap Gretchen Whitmer. The FBI came to some people and said, look, we got a plan to do all this. Do you want in on it? They literally created a situation that didn't exist and recruited people and then tried to prosecute them over it.
Yeah.
But this business about the Haitian community is making me feel sick.
Well, it should.
I mean, they've amplified these lies and that the Haitian community is eating pets and dogs and like this, and it's just...
And it's a lie.
And it's absurd.
Y'all want me to pull the video out? I'll pull the footage out. We already made a video about this. I'll roll out the footage. These people are disingenuous. The citizens are saying that they're eating these cats and dogs. I played a video today, a cat on a barbecue grill. There's a video the other day of a guy who was saying, I live in Ohio, Springfield, Ohio. He showed the water tower, and he said, yeah, we used to have all these cats, and they're completely gone now. It's violent out here. The hospital's overrun. They are eating animals. He said it. I wrote a clip.
So I live in Springfield. There's the water tower. A lot of people are asking what's really going on here, and I can tell you that 3 years ago we had a very large population of stray cats, and now they are gone. You don't see any cats. Our visitors are kind of violent. You know, you'll see them threatening people. They've threatened my family with machetes. It's not a safe place. Most of the stuff that the people are saying to City Hall are true. If you put two and two together, you can figure some stuff out. But it's definitely not somewhere you want to be.
I don't need to make the video is not about all that. I'm just putting it out there, y'all. They saying it's a lie, but other people are saying that it's true, and they want to act like Donald Trump just made this up out of thin air. Why don't you listen to the people's constituency and say maybe it is telling the truth?
No one is eating anyone's pets anywhere.
And to the point where they had to close schools in Springfield, Ohio, because there were so many bomb threats against these children. And they know that they're spreading the lies, because watch J.D. Vance in this clip.
The American media totally ignored this stuff until Donald Trump and I started talking about cat memes. If I have to, create stories so that the American media actually pays attention to the suffering of the American people, then that's what I'm going to do, Dan.
You just said that this is a story that you created. So the eating dogs and cats thing is not.
Dana, it comes from firsthand accounts from my constituents. I say that we're creating a story, meaning we're creating the American media focusing on it.
No. You are lying and making up stories.
Yeah. I want to call her B, but I'm a good Christian. She just lied. I watched the whole interview. He said we are making up the memes so that we can draw attention to this issue. They know it. They selectively cut. You can see where they cut the video. They selectively cut the video up to try to make it sound like what it doesn't sound like. I pray to God that people are paying attention to these people.
Yeah. And you know, to me today, coming in here, I'm thinking, this has become absurd now. Yeah. The political violence is a prelude to fascism. Yep. That happens in every country. I'm not making this up. And it's time for Cruz, Lindsey Graham, Mike Johnson, and Mitch McConnell to step up and be men. Robert De Niro was on the television the other day. I love Robert De Niro. He said
what's a man? Y'all don't even know what a woman is. They need to step up and be a man. Isn't that misogynist? Or what do they call it when you're against a man? I don't know what they call it.
Mob has a code of ethics. These people do not even have that. Yeah. It is outrageous that this has gotten to this point where the guy has had 2 assassination attempts. Okay, I don't want that to happen. I don't want any of this violence to happen. But these people need to step up. They have the power to do something.
They're saying the Democrats, the left.
The Republicans need to step up. They have the power to stop liberals from causing people to want to kill Trump.
The left side has to stop the rhetoric. And I think what we need to reframe this is, what is rhetoric and what is fact? It is fine for you to say Donald Trump's plan is not a conceptual plan. It's Project 2025.
I can't do it. God is my witness. Trump should be able to sue these people. Project 2025. The guy who was one of the co-authors of Project 2025 came on CNN and said, Donald Trump has nothing to do with this. We developed Project 2025 before Donald Trump was even president.
You know, the breaking news is Trump has nothing to do with Project 2025. Sure, a lot of us have worked in the admin and came together, but this started long before he even announced for president.
This was a concept developed before he even ran for office. Donald Trump said, I don't have nothing to do with that. There are authors who are named on the Project 2025 document. Donald Trump's name is not on it. And they still saying he a part of Project 2025.
That is not rhetoric.
That's rhetoric. It's a lie. He's not a part of Project 2025. God dang it.
If you say something like Donald Trump started an insurrection, that's
a mother lie. Donald Trump didn't start an insurrection. People were upset, and a few people decided to go to the Capitol building. There were hundreds of thousands of people. There's no recording, there's no emails, there's no text messages, there's no audio of Trump saying, go to the Capitol and hurt people. He is literally on record saying, do not be violent. If you got any record, it's a record of him saying, don't be violent. He comes out and say, go home.
I know your pain. I know you're hurt. We had an election that was stolen from us. It was a landslide election, and everyone knows it, especially the other side. But you have to go home now. We have to have peace. We have to have law and order. We have to respect our great people in law and order. We don't want anybody hurt. It's a very tough period of time. There's never been a time like this where such a thing happened, where they could take it away from all of us, from me, from you, from our country. This was a fraudulent election, but we can't play into the hands of these people. We have to have peace. So go home. We love you. You're very special. You've seen what happens. You see the way others are treated that are so bad and so evil. I know how you feel. But go home and go home in peace.
Y'all mother freaking people are lying. And then lying about lying.
not rhetoric. That is just a fact. If you say
No,
Donald
it's
Trump
not.
is an election denier, Donald Trump is a...
And so is Hillary Clinton the election denier. The Democrats denied Donald Trump as the rightful presidential candidate and the rightful president for the first 3 years of his career. They did Russia investigation for 3 years. I can show you a highlight tape of them saying he's not the legitimate president. Putin installed him, all this stuff. And now election denying is a thing. When y'all did it, y'all act like it wasn't a thing.
convicted felon. Donald Trump is a twice impeached loser. That
Loser. He's a twice, they can't stop themselves from being stupid. He's a twice impeached loser. That's not a fact. That's an opinion. Oh, if they ever had me on this show, I'll tear it up.
started an insurrection. That is not rhetoric. That is just a fact. If you say Donald Trump is an election denier, Donald Trump is a convicted felon, Donald Trump is a twice impeached loser, that is not rhetoric. Those are facts.
That's a fact.
When you compare the definition of rhetoric and the definition of a fact, which is a thing that is known or proved to be true.
Loser is proved to be true. You just called him a loser. He's winning more than you. He got way more money than you. He's way more known than you. He was actually the president of the United States of America, still running. He's 2-0 against assassination attempts. How is he a loser? He didn't win in court. He ain't done no time in jail. But he's a loser as a matter of fact? Really?
Then I think that makes this all the more clear for people.
Well,
and when you see that clip of J.D. Vance, you know, that has been completely debunked. He was lying when he said, this person, one of my constituents said it, The person that started this, she erased her Facebook post. She then admitted that she heard from a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend, and she admitted it was a lie.
Yeah.
So he know and
All right, y'all, roll the clip, Nick. Roll the clip. Just roll the clip. Roll the clip. Now, she started it, but these people finishing it.
apologized for it. So he knows it's a lie, yet he gets on national television and uses rhetoric.
Well, and it's also like fake news versus truth you're uncomfortable with, decisions you've made. Because it wasn't just the migrant thing that J.D. Vance did. This, if you look at the two assassination attempts, the first one was someone who shopped around for both candidates' location and found one that was convenient. The second one was a Trump.
These people, so he shopped around for both candidates. He was just going to hurt one candidate or the other. These people are so disingenuous. The dude planned to attack Donald Trump. Period. He wasn't a Trump supporter. He was anti-Trump. He hated Trump, and he set out to kill Trump.
Supporter who had become really unhappy with Donald Trump and some of his decisions in Ukraine.
He voted for him.
Yeah, and he voted for him. So you got to deduce on your own what part they're knowingly misleading and where the truth is.
And also, let's stop this thing. Let's stop this both sides stuff.
It's a bunch,
because it's not correct. It is not both sides. It is one clear side, and you can point to.
All right, roll the clip, Nick. Roll the other clip. Here you go. It's not both sides. It's one side.
I just don't even know why there aren't uprisings all over the country, and maybe there will be.
People need to start taking to the streets. This is a dictator.
There needs to be unrest in the streets for as long as there is unrest in our lives.
Enemies of the state.
Show me where it says that protests are supposed to be polite and peaceful.
Do something about your dad's immigration practices, you feckless.
When they go low, we kick.
How do you resist the temptation to run up and wring her neck?
The biggest terror threat in this country is white men, most of them radicalized right up to the right.
I thought he should have punched him in the face. I said, even if you lost, he insulted your wife.
Yes.
He came down the escalator and called Mexicans rapists and murderers. He said, well, what do you think I should have done? I said, I think you should have punched him in the face and then gotten out of the race. You would have been a hero.
I'd like to punch him in the face. I said if we were in high school, I'd take him behind the gym and beat the hell out of him.
Punch some people in the face!
When was the last time an actor assassinated a president?
They're still going to have to go out and put a bullet in Donald Trump, and that's a fact.
Look as his character is stabbed to death.
Where is John Wilkes Booth when you need him?
I have thought an awful lot about blowing up the White House.
A Missouri state senator is under investigation by the Secret Service after saying she hopes President Trump is assassinated.
I will go and take Trump out tonight.
And if you see anybody from that cabinet in a restaurant, in a department store, at a gasoline station, you get out and you create a crowd. And you push back on them. And you tell them they're not welcome anymore, anywhere.
And sadly, the domestic enemies to our voting system and our honoring our Constitution are right at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue.
They're not going to stop before Election Day in November, and they're not going to stop after Election Day. And that should be, everyone should take note of that on both levels, that this isn't, they're not going to let up, and they should not.
If you think we're rallying now, you ain't seen nothing yet.
All right, y'all. I didn't whoop the view enough. And some of these videos we already played 100,000 times. These people are so. I can't believe human beings exist like this. I'm like, God, I love you, Lord, but like, how did this happen? How are there people so stupid that they just are completely deceived individuals? And all of these people hate God. All these people hate God. It's just beyond me, man. I don't have a loyalty to neither one of these people. But I'm not finna get on here and just tell a flat out lie about somebody and just be delusional. I can't even see the other side. Anyway, I'll see y'all in the next one, man.